Hey everybody, so sorry for the bad video quality, but for a little bit over a week now, I've been 100% bedbound. So I don't have like my DSLR or anything, just filming this on my phone. So I wanted to kind of give you some perspective of what it means to be bedbound for me. And I've been in the hospital. They actually have a lock on my bed, so if I get out of bed, an alarm goes off and nurses come running. But I can still live my life, just with some alterations. So here they are. So a pretty straightforward alteration is that I get all 3 meals delivered to me in bed by food service. This is breakfast, so I have an omelet, orange juice, and actually you can see I'm at this really big TV right in front of my bed. So it's a pretty nice morning routine here. I did run into some trouble when I got blood clots in my arm. It made moving my arm so painful. So it did make eating a little harder, but I could still move my left arm a little bit, so that wasn't too horrible. And then with some painkillers and the heparin, my arm's actually a lot more mobile now, which is great. And so in addition to getting my food delivered to me, I also get pills and medicines delivered quite a bit throughout the day. Also like little water bottles delivered. So I just take a bunch of meds in bed. So lots of medicines, but they all have a reason and they all keep me safe. And actually, my face is a little puffier than normal. I'm on a lot of steroids again, which are never the most fun. They make you puffy and kind of jittery, but hopefully it's what we need to help get my blood back in order. Also, as you can see, right next to my bed is this little table. I have my toothbrush and toothpaste right there. So whenever I want to throughout the day, I can just grab my toothbrush, toothpaste, the water bottles, and then spit into like a little cup. And that's how I brush my teeth. Not too hard. And so in addition to brushing my teeth and eating, I need to clean myself, similar to taking a shower, but, obviously in bed. So the hospital has these really nice wipes, and I can just use it as like, instead of taking a shower, I can wipe down my body. These don't have CHG on them already, so I also have some CHG foam, which in hospitals is really good to prevent bacteria and infections. So I just take the wipes, put some foam on it, and luckily, although I have trouble like standing and moving within bed, I'm still mobile enough to wipe down my body. I did forget to mention that when it comes to getting new clothes, and new socks and things like that, the nurses do have to pick that up for me and deliver it to my bed, but I can keep the wipes and CHG on the table right next to me, so that's nice. And also to know when I'm wiping off like my face and neck, I don't use the CHG. And so actually just sitting in bed and wiping down my body triggered my heart rate alarm. So even though I'm just laying down, it still is kind of tiring. One of the nurses came in and asked if I needed help and what was wrong. So, I do like being able to do this myself, but I get out of breath. And sometimes the nurses do come in, especially to help me with like my back and arms. But, something's better than nothing. And so if you're wondering, this is my telly. It monitors my heart rate. Right now it says my heart rate is at 120. It's hooked to all these wires, and they're just stickies, like stickers on my stomach. Sort of a weird angle. I won't show you like my whole chest. I don't mind it. I like the monitoring, and the wires don't get in the way too much. And I like that it's non-invasive. They're just stickers, no needles or anything. And I can always see my heart rate. The alarm will go off if it passes 130. Typically, the nurses start coming in if it goes to the 150s, and people get a lot more concerned when it's in like the 180s for me. But if I'm not moving, it's not too bad. And now I'm talking and doing this video, so it is higher than normal. So here comes like the most candid part of the video, right? So I can't really get out of bed without getting dizzy and hard to breathe, and it's a little hard for me to move even in bed. So the hardest part about that is, so how do you go to the bathroom, right? I've been in bed for over a week. So there's definitely different options that they gave me, which I really appreciate. In the beginning, I was trying to go to the bathroom, would get like a wheelchair for me to get there, and it was just too hard, getting too much out of breath. And in the very beginning, I thought I could walk, and I just couldn't. I would just like fall over making my way there. So then we tried a bedside commode, which is just like a little tub on a chair that sits right next to your bed. And you do have to get out of bed and then sit on it, which I'll just show you like a picture, and I won't, show me doing it. But for me, that still is like a lot of work, and the nurses don't really suggest it because it gets my heart rate so high. But that's like the most efficient way for me to have bowel movements, just because it's cleaner, like in the tub, even though it's more effort to get out of bed. But alternatively, I was given the option to use just like a bedpan, which is, I'll show you a photo. It's literally just a pan that like you sit on in bed and have like pee and poop in it. Personally, I tried it once and didn't like it at all. It was just kind of messy, and they do give you like puppy pads to sit on in bed. So like if anything like gets out of the pan while you're going, you just get like a new puppy pad. But still, it's not pleasant at all. But finally, what I found one of the more interesting things is that for females, they have these pure wick, they call them external catheters. So since I'm not getting out of bed really to go to the bathroom, it's just like this suction. It's like a little tube suction pad, and you put it in between your legs and you pee, and it suctions all the pee. So it's not invasive, you just sit it in between your legs, and surprisingly you wouldn't think it works that well, but it's hooked up to this tube. I'll show you the photo, and it's always suctioning, and goes into this bucket. It takes a while to get good at it, so I'm still like on a puppy pad, and it's still a pain. If you like get pee off of the pad, you get a new puppy pad, and you clean up and stuff. But it's much easier considering I can't really get out of bed, and just an interesting invention, I guess, for the hospital. So that is how I pee. Also, in the table next to me, it's kind of messy, but I have my hand sanitizer that I always use, and the wet wipes I can always use to clean my hands and things like that if I ever get messy. There's also other kind of catheters out there that help you pee and stuff. I use this one because it's external, not, it's not invasive, so you're less likely to have infections, especially because my immune system is so compromised. And I'm pretty mobile. A lot of these things actually are for patients who can't move at all, like even in bed. So I am a little bit of a different case. And then finally, you might be wondering, what have I been doing, right? Just in bed for over a week. And luckily, now that I can use my arms more, that I got really nervous when I had so much arm pain I couldn't move my arms. But since I can move my arms, I play plenty of phone games, back to the Farmville, and I got into Axie Infinity lately. Also, I make these videos if I'm feeling up to it, watch TV. And honestly, I'm really tired most of the time, just with the different medications and low hemoglobin. Sleep is pretty much what I do. And so overall, because I'm still, mobile within the bed, it hasn't been horrible. I think what was really scary for me was in the beginning when I was still trying to move around, even, before coming to the hospital, just trying to walk from my bed to the bathroom and just collapsing on the floor and not being able to breathe, feeling like I'm having a heart attack. or even, trying to get to the hospital, walking from my apartment to the car for my stepdad to drive me was really, really hard. And when I got here, there were times where I was still trying to go to the bathroom and would just fall over in the hospital room and lay on the floor. And even, getting up to go to the commode is still really hard for me. So all that kind of stuff is shocking and kind of scary. But, just sitting in bed and, doing everything that I can is not too bad. So it's been a really weird couple weeks because, 2 weeks ago I was mobile. I was fine. I mean, comparatively fine. I could walk up 9 flights of steps with little breaks, and then all of a sudden it hit me. So at this point in time, we think my body's making blood, but I have like antibodies that are destroying it really quickly, and that's what's making me so tired and out of breath. So it's called autoimmune hemolytic anemia, which like 2 to 6% of people get that after they get an allogeneic bone marrow transplant. Still there's so many diagnoses you can have and things that can go wrong. So we'll see if that's like the correct diagnosis and if I get better and all that. But it's such a journey and a very unexpected journey. So thanks for following along and being a part of it. Check back next week for another video.